It's me time.
Fancy, but there's a better blue one.
another TOGA Motorsports live stream. That is right, we are ready to go here tonight for the Porsche Cup round 3. That's right, we are 3 rounds deep now in this brilliant season that we are having at the moment. And we are going to be getting ready to go into qualifying in just about 2 minutes time. Everyone, please, welcome back. I mean, obviously, last week we had crazy attendance for this series, and this week is very much the same. We have got 26 cars on track for free practice right now, which is just mental, and it is going to be another evening of jam-packed racing action for all of you that are here. Welcome along, everyone, for another TOGA Motorsport stream. How are we all doing? Please do say hello in chat. I'm a friendly guy, I promise. Let me know how all of your evenings are going, how everyone is doing. With just 20 seconds left of practice, we're going to be moving into qualifying very, very shortly. And at the moment, the man who is leading the championship by, let's face it, a country mile, is only P3, 4/10 off the pace of Amundsen, who is a newbie to the series, I believe, in that number 72 Porsche. I say number 72 Porsche as if there's any other type of car taking part in the race tonight, which obviously there isn't. So we will be getting going with qualifying any minute now. Coming your way tonight, we've got the quali session followed by 2 15-minute races. I believe there is another quali session in between, indeed there is. So we have got all of that brilliant racing action coming your way tonight at the wonderful Silverstone circuit. Obviously a little bit differently to the F1 circuit that we that many of us know and love, is that we start down the back straight towards Copse, rather than starting along the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight down towards what we know as turn 1 and 2 towards Village and the Loop. Van Eck doing some donuts out of the pit lane there. You love to see it. Getting those rear tyres warm. It is always difficult to get them warm when you are obviously difficult when you are running without any tyre warmers, which obviously this specific event does not have. We should be getting into qualifying any minute now. I'm just trying to see if we've got many cars that are still finishing a lap. In fact, whilst I'm at it, let's try and cycle through this HUD, because I do have a button on for it. There we go, that's better, isn't it, chat? Do you prefer that one? I prefer that one. We've got a couple of different options, though. I feel like
Green light, give
this
go
one's
again.
best, isn't it? Really. I mean, ideally I'd have the big one up the side, but I can never work out how to do that. It's really annoying. It's somewhere buried in the options. Normally there's an option to have the full driving run, but oh well. That doesn't particularly matter for tonight's stream. We'll just roll with what we've got. So here we go into qualifying. It is only 10 minutes, so it is a short and sweet blast around this brilliant, brilliant track. So be prepared, because it is going to get pretty mental as we get going into this one. I'm going to try and keep up as much as possible with all of the changes that we have coming our way. I believe the first car that's going to cross the line is going to be forced in the 337 Porsche. Indeed it will be. Again, I don't know why I'm saying Porsche, because they're all Porsches. Because it is the Porsche Cup. But yes, I can guarantee you it is a Porsche. I mean, as you would hope it would be. Interesting to see a few cars choosing to stay in the pit lane. Probably trying to get a bit more of a gap, although around a circuit this large, a gap isn't necessarily a massive issue, because obviously you do have far more room to be able to work with compared to last week. Compared to last week, where we were at blimmin'. What's it called? There was a track and we drove it, Donington, and it's really short, is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so Donington was really, really short. So when everyone tried to do qualifying, they were all really close together. It doesn't help that we had like 31 cars on the grid. In all fairness, we have got 27 for today though, so it's still going to be busy. Expect to see lots of spins, because these cars don't have traction control, so they are prone to a little bit of tomfoolery in terms of the rear wheels lighting up and getting away from you. But welcome to everyone who is currently in chat. Thank you for being here. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are enjoying the content at the moment. We have plenty more racing action coming your way this week on Sunday and Saturday. Saturday, tomorrow, yes, the big one, the endurance race. We've got a 10-hour race tomorrow at, oh god, I want to say Suzuka. Is it Suzuka? I think it must be. Let me double check for you, chat. Let me find out. I feel like it's Suzuka, but I'm not entirely sure. 10 hours of Suzuka. I keep on saying Suzuka, even though I don't know if it is. 10 hours of Suzuka, it is. Lantern is doing the first half of that race, and I will be commentating the second half of that race into the evening. We will be, covering it between the two of us, hopefully for what will be a really, really great stream. So here we go. Ben Crook has gone to the top of the field immediately, a tenth ahead of Amundsen behind him. Then we've got Gardner a further 5 tenths back. Scrap that as Tattersall goes to the top of the field now, just a tenth and a half ahead of Crook. A big field spread already, 3.6 seconds down to Donkervolk as Gardner moves himself up. No, he doesn't. Who was it that just literally just crossed the line? Because someone did. Might have been Filiberti. I think it was, the number 95 car. Now, we have previously had one car that's the old gen of Porsche Cup, but I don't think they're here this week. No, they're not, unfortunately. But yeah, the battle at the top is going to be close. Tattersall improving by about 2/10, and Ben Crook improving by about 3/10. This could be really, really close. Tattersall only a 1/10.5 improving now. Scratch that, 2/10 improving, 3/10 improving. Obviously still 2 sectors to go, and Crook loses a lot on the exit of the Vale chicane coming down the Sir Hamilton straight through turn 1 and turn 2 that we know and love. He's losing more and more, 17 hundredths at the moment. Back up to that 3/10 advantage, but he's lost some of it on the exit through the loop. It's going to be 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. Massive time gain there for him, but Tattersall is also about 3/10 up. Crook needs to be about a 1/10.5 better in terms of time gained than Tattersall by the end of this lap, and at the moment he's just about got that. 5/10 through Luffield and Brooklands. Very wide through the exit of Luffield. That's going to cost him a lot of time, or will it? He was able to get on the power a little bit earlier. 4/10, it's going to be over the line. Tattersall currently 3.5. Make that 4 almost on the exit. There's 4. Gets a little bit squiggly on the exit. That's going to not quite be invalid. How on earth has he kept that within track limits? Crook goes to the top, 2.5/10, just over 2/10, sorry. Tattersall goes back to the top again. No, he doesn't. That lap time was not invalid, actually. It was just a little bit delayed by just 8 hundredths of a second. That is going to be very, very close towards the end of this qualifying session. 3/10 further back to Amundsen, then 6 to Gardner. About a second back to Forst in 5th, and just outside a second are Marsh and Filiberti. Looking further down the order, we have got 22 cars that are currently set a valid lap time. The field spread currently sits at about 4 seconds, but we really want to keep our eyes on these guys at the front. Filiberti, no, you're not Filiberti, you're Tattersall, is improving again, almost a 10th, not quite at the moment, whereas Crook is down as it stands. It'll be interesting to see what he can do through the parts where he lost time last lap. He doesn't gain through there again, even though he had a poor run out of there last time out. Or he does gain. Was that invalid? No, he manages to keep it valid just, whereas Tattersall is currently improving by just over a 10th. He's losing some time now. This is going to be really, really close at the front. Amundsen is improving, but he's invalid already coming through into the final sector of the lap. Gardner is 4/10 up. He could find himself moving amongst the top 3 towards the end of this qualifying session. God, this is the most talking I've done in a long time. And if you know me well, don't tell everyone that that's a lie. 2/10 almost for Tattersall, back down to a 1/10.5 onto the hanger straight. Oh, it goes invalid. Goes invalid from Tattersall. He needs to push now to be able to get another lap in. I think he'll be able to. But Crook is 4/10 up coming through the final corner. He's going to lose some of it on exit, but it's going to be about a 3/10 gain. 2.5 by the time he gets to the line, maybe closer to 2. We'll have a look. It's going to be about 2/10 of a second over the line. He's going to go to pole by just 0.13 of a second. That's massive. Tattersall needs to get another big lap in, and it needs to happen now. Unfortunately for Amundsen, he's not gaining as much as he was on his last time out the pit lane. A massive gainer at the moment is Byrne. Byrne 8/10 up. If he can find a little bit more than that, he could solidify himself inside the top 4 towards the end of this qualifying session. Oh, his ping is not brilliant. Mans is sideways across the track. That is not ideal. Crook is 2/10 of a second up. It's going to be a 9/10 gain for Byrne. That's going to put him right amongst the pigeons in the top 4. Puts in P4 exactly as it stands. Crook now only a 10th of a second up. Tattersall needs to be gaining. He's back in the pit lane. He invalidated that new lap as well. So that is Tattersall resigned to P2 at best. It'll be interesting to see what those behind can do. Amundsen had massive gains last time out. Has he overcooked the tyres now? Rear end steps away from him out of the Vale chicane. It's not going as he would have hoped. He needs to find more time if he wants to move on to that front row. I don't know if he'll be able to. Brackstad is going for it as well. His lap's invalid. That'll be the end of qualifying for him. So no one, I don't think, is going to be able to take that pole position away from Ben Crook again. Forst is up, but not by enough. Braxton is up, but not by enough, and his lap's invalidated anyway, I already said that. Amundsen is up, but he's not going to be up by enough to make any real impact unless he gets a crazy drive out this final corner. He does get a good drive, but it's still not going to be enough. He'd need to be over 3 tenths up for this to happen for him, but he'll move closer, only 2 tenths behind now. Braxton is still running, even though he has not got a valid lap left. Donkervolk comes to the line. He's going to find himself improving up 2 positions to P11. Let's have a look. See what other guys can do. This is the only man left on a flying lap now. 7 tenths up, 8 tenths up. This could find him a decent chunk of positions. This will put him on the brink of P10. Oh, he loses a lot out the final corner. No, he doesn't. He gains it back. 7 tenths would find him P11, I think. Just over 7 tenths. He goes, yeah, P11. Brilliant find from Tenero Yellow at the end of the session there. Braxton crosses the line, but that lap was invalid. He stays P6, exactly 6 tenths off the pace. And now... and now things are going to get crazy. But we've got a little bit of a wait first. So we are just waiting now for the new session to go live. There we go. We've got a few minutes until we're going to get started on the race server. Obviously, we've also got a full formation lap to get through, so it's going to be a long old time until we get going for this one. Just waiting on the countdown now. Here we go, about to get rolling. Just 49 seconds, 47 seconds until we get moving in the for the formation lap. We have got a full formation lap, so it will take a little while to get round the whole circuit before we get rolling for the actual start. Because we do have a rolling start here, so it's going to be a little while. Let me just hit drive. There we go. Here we go, rolling for the formation lap. It is, however, going to be a while before we can really get going. I'll run you through the grid whilst we've got this time. So Crook is P1 with Tattersall in P2, Amundsen is in P3, Gardner P4 and Byrne to round out the top 5. Then we move back to Braxted, Marsh, Forst, Strating and Filiberti to round out the top 10. After that we've got Ternariello, who had a really brilliant final qualifying lap to make sure that he qualified close to that top 10. After that we've got Donkervolk, Wright, Fernando, who's normally very quick in the number 23 Porsche. So we'll see how he does in the race. Then we got Dirigibus, I guess, yeah. Behind him 15th with Ortiz in 16th. Then we got Van Dijk, Afonso, Thompson and Van Eck to round out the top 20. Behind them we've got Topalov, Stevens and Hayden, Sweet, two of the big men in TOGA Motorsports. Boldo in P24, Daryl Longername in P25, Astro in 26th and Garcia in 27th to round off the grid, who did not get the start. And Astro is in the old gen of Porsche Cup car. There he is. He's in the 911 variant, 911 variant. Everyone else is in the new 992 variant of the Porsche Cup car. Good evening, Lego Dimensions. Thank you for coming and joining us in chat tonight. How are you doing, my friend? We're going to get going with our first 15-minute race in just a couple of corners time, lining up 2 by 2 now on the grid. Here we go. We're going to be rolling any second now. I'm going to move the camera back a bit so that we get a better view of the top group. Thank you for the kind words, Lego. Yeah, I try my best with the commentary. Here we go. We are green here in Silverstone, immediately moving over to cut off the P6. Oh, and there's contact. One goes round. Who was it that went round? I think it might have been Marsh. We've got... Oh, this is going to be a red flag. I expect this will be a red flag. Red flag. Yeah, red flag has been called. Red flag, red flag. Cars will return to the pit lane and we will get a restart on this race session. Unfortunately, that does mean we've got to do the whole outlap all over again. But yeah, red flag has been called. And that brings to an end, the almost 2-week long stint that we had for not having a red flag in any of our races for a very, very long time. I feel like there are lots of people that are still racing. Which is weird. They will get sent back to the so we will get back to the pit lane before too much longer. Hopefully before these guys have completed... I think the 787 car is the first car that's actually realised that there's been a red flag called. Either that or that's just how big the gap is after all of the death happened. But yeah, they should spawn back to the pit lane before too much longer. I think some of these guys haven't realised that there's been a red flag called. The 787 definitely has. Oh no, I think everyone is coming into the pit lane. I think everyone has realised. Yeah, everyone's returning to the pit lane. I don't think we've seen many position changes, at least that have been done on purpose. There shouldn't have been anyway. And if there has, then it'll be sorted out in the pit lane, because we've got the same start order, so we should be all good. We'll wait and see though. Yeah, everyone now rolling back into the pit lane. And that is every car in the pits. The session will be restarted and we will get rolling. For the second race start of the evening. Which, seeing that we're not on the second race, is a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. Sometimes these things happen. And there is nothing that we can do about it. So we should be getting a session restart. There we go, session restart. So we've now got the 3-minute countdown before we get going for another round of blimmin', what's it called? Race start. And the formation lap, that's the one. I always forget the name of a formation lap, and I don't know why. But anyway, welcome along everyone who's currently watching. We have had a red flag for the first time in about 2 weeks, rather annoyingly, in this Porsche Cup race. So that does mean that we are going to be restarting the race and getting going. The way that we work is that if more than 20% of the grid is involved in a crash in the first sector, then, or there's more than 20% of cars involved in crashes in the first sector all at the same time, then we restart the session, and we get ready to go again. Just because obviously it ruins so many people's races that we just restart, get going, get ready to go, and just kind of let things happen. Go again. This is the only time that they get to have a restart. After this, it is just, if it happens again, it happens. There's nothing we can do. It's just how it's going to go, so this is the only red flag we'll have. Yeah, Airy, Fasttail, one of our brilliant stewards and drivers, just reminding everyone that this is the only red flag that they'll get, and that after this there will be no more restarts. They will just have to deal with it if they decide to crash into each other. Because sometimes people do decide to crash into each other. Still, and we have to be like, don't do that.
30 seconds.
Here we go, about to get going on the restart again.
20 seconds.
Kind of just feels like it never ends, but here we go. We are getting ready to go now. Here we go, and we are go for the second formation lap of the night. Good luck to all the drivers. Let's drop that like as well on the stream. Thank you so much. I guess 13 XIII. I'm going to call you 13 though, because it's just easier. Yeah, thank you so much for encouraging everyone to drop a like on the stream. Absolutely, please guys, if you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button, just to let us know that you're enjoying what we're doing, and it means that we can produce more content that you guys are going to enjoy. If you hit the like button, and we can gather that data and make sure that you guys are getting the best content that we can give you. So here we go, we've got a 15-minute race coming up. At the brilliant Silverstone circuit. It's going to be wild, it's going to be mental. 13, you got it right. Yeah, I was going to assume it was supposed to be 13, but I've seen someone before that was like 15 in Roman numerals, but they wanted it pronounced XV, and it's like, well, like, I mean, yeah, but like, is it really necessary? So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, welcome along everyone. Let's try and get that like counter up towards 10 by the time we've got this formation lap finished. We've got about another 2 minutes probably before that happens. Hello Ollie, good numbers for field. Yeah, Julius, it really is. I hope you're doing okay, man. I know you're having a bit of a rough day. Thank you for being here. I hope that this can maybe help take your mind off of things by just listening to me doing commentary instead of you having to do the commentary. I hope that'll help out. Yeah, enjoying the race. Shame I wasn't. able today. Things happens. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. You know, sometimes, I mean, we all have days where we're just not feeling 100%, and taking a step away from everything and just chilling out is the way to deal with it. You know, no hard feelings from anyone in the team. As you already know, you know, it's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes you're just not in the right place and you need to take a step away. I've said it before, I've stepped away before. You know, you're not the only person to do it. You won't be the first, you won't be the last. So it is all good. It is all good. Here we go, we're about to go green for the second time out here in the first 15-minute race in the Porsche Cup Series. Here we go, we are coming to the line. It's going to be, oh, wait for it, it's this one. And green, 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 here we go. 51 gets a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. He is, number 51 car is P12 Donkervolt. Everyone lives through turn 1 this time. That is a vast improvement on what we had last time. We've got a couple of people dropping down the order, but no one dead yet. We've still got the fast bit to come. Maggots and Beckett's, someone off the track, almost there, but still everyone alive as it stands. Oh, a tap, but he lives. He doesn't. Someone's gone round. There's a 3-car pile-up in the back. Not enough to have another red flag. Not that it would matter. We can't have another one in this race. Oh, Hayden involved in that one. He's not going to be happy with that. He was already expecting to be down at the back, so to have his race bonked on the head so early on is going to be annoying for him. But here we go. This is where we're really looking. These guys at the top are really close on pace. Oh, almost a lunge up the inside from Amundsen. It doesn't quite work out. He's now going to have to be careful from behind. It can be easy for other people to catch up, but I think at the moment he's managed to keep it ahead. Indeed he has. There's position changes all over the place at the moment. These guys really, really close on the opening lap. We've got a change there as Gardner gets ahead of Braxton. We'll see how long that lasts for. I think Braxton has actually stayed ahead. No, he hasn't. He has gone behind the 787 car. Almost hits him in the back coming into Village, but manages to avoid. Here we go through Farm Loop. Cars 2x2 all over the place. Position changes all in and across this top 10. So yeah, there is a lot going on right now. A lot. Someone off track there. I'm not sure who that was. Was it Amundsen? No, it wasn't. Was it? Oh, it was Amundsen. Amundsen's gone off. Gardner and Braxton have both gained again. This battle at the front still 0.6 of a second, but Crook will be pulling away quite substantially, I expect, as we get going. Changes still on the brink of the top 10. Filiberti up to 9th. Teneriello up to 10th. I say on the brink of the points. I always forget that the point scoring system here means that everyone scores a point no matter where they finish. As long as they finish the race, they score a point. Got battles still going on inside the top 10 as well, as P7 Forced is closing in on Byrne even, I should say, through those first few corners. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Yeah, I know. Hayden will be gutted with that. He was really, really looking forward to today's racing, and unfortunately that's just put an end to it. Amundsen is close now to the back of Braxton, who is at the same time relatively close to the back of Gardner. Changes going on down the order as well, as Regibus and Ortiz are fighting. Trying to sort out who's going where. Here is Ortiz going to go for a move. No, he tries it around the outside of Brooklands to then get the inside at Luffield. I don't think that's going to happen. No, De Regibus defends it better than that, unfortunately. Forced still right on the back of Byrne here. Nothing quite happening as it stands, though. We'll wait and see. Whether anything does happen here. I think Forced at the moment just not quite fast enough to get past. Tattersall, however, is having a better lap this time out than Crook has in front. That might be because he extended the track limits. But at the moment it doesn't look like he's able to generate much forward momentum. He's sticking right on the back of him, but just not able to find anything at the moment. Forced is looking to go ahead here of Byrne. Has he got it around the outside on the exit of the Vale chicane? I think he has. Indeed he has. What a brilliant ballsy move there from Forced to go round the outside at the end of the Vale chicane. I mean, yeah, you don't see many people pulling that one off, especially in these cars that are so traction and downforce limited. Yeah, Force I think is going to manage to stay ahead here. Let's look at this battle for the final podium spot. Braxton and Amundsen both very close behind Gardner at the moment. Braxton really looking for a ray past. He's right on the back of the car in front at the moment. Are the levels all okay for you guys at the moment? Just let me know if you need anything changing, whether it's my microphone volume or the game volume. Maybe just a little bit of tweaking here and there. I know that it can help. Yeah, still sticking very, very close, but not enough to make it work as of right now. Still not quite able to get past, although Amundsen is looking very close. 15-second penalty for car number 505. That'll be for the lap 1 collision, I would expect. I'll try and find out. Garcia there taking that penalty. Whoa, Braxton runs way deep. Does that give the opportunity for Amundsen around the outside? There's a little bit of contact. I think Braxton's going to hold the position for now. Gets a little bit slidey on exit. Is he going to have to lift through here? Indeed he does. Amundsen gets the better run around the outside. He's now going to tuck right into the slipstream and try and stick with him all the way towards the end of the straight into Brooklands and Luffield. He's managed to stick with him. Yeah, tactical. Just a little bit of slowing down around the outside from Braxton. Not anything bad, you know. He's allowed to go that slow because it was he was taking a bit of a different line to normal. But a little bit of a touch there, and he's now over a second away from Gardner, which Gardner will like because it just means that there is less chance of him catching up, because he now obviously doesn't have the use of the slipstream either. the guys at the front are close, but not really close enough to fight. Something big I've missed. Yeah, Alex, we had a red flag at the start on the first time they attempted to start this race. As now Straighting gets past Byrne as well, and I think Filiberti will look and get past him as well for too much longer. Still got plenty of fights up and down the grid at the moment. Five-second penalty, 10-second penalty for car number 26. Who's that? 26 car is Van Eck, currently in P19. It's unfortunate, probably going to spell the end of the race for him. Afonso is fighting with Ortiz, although actually as Ortiz already got through, there's a possibility he has. And that this fight is not actually happening. Ortiz and Afonso still fighting. Oh, let's jump to the front. These guys are close again, just 2/10 in it at the moment. That is very, very close. But nothing going for Tattersall at the moment. Only 4 minutes of the race left. If he wants to make something happen, it's going to have to be very, very soon. And I don't think it's going to right now. But you never know. With only a couple of minutes left to go, there might be a breakthrough. Yeah, still nothing really going for Tattersall at the moment. He just can't find a way through. Which is probably really annoying for him. But, well, it will be really annoying for him. I say probably really annoying. It definitely is. Yeah, just nothing going as of right now. Just waiting now to see if anything can happen in the final 2.5 minutes of this race. I don't think anything will though. 3/10 is the gap. Still 2/10, but Tattersall just isn't able to find a way through right now. It must be so annoying for him to not be able to find a way to get past, because he's been so close. Just all race, he's been incredibly close. And there's just nothing going for him, you know. The door's open here and there, but it would be a risky move to make. I expect he'll stay behind. I don't think there's only going to be one more lap at the end of this one. I don't think he'll have enough to get past anyone. Let's have a look and see if anything's going to happen with Braxton, Amundsen and Gardner on this final lap as well. I mean, it's going to have to be a big move from Tattersall to make this happen. I think he is lapping faster. A little bit slower last lap, actually. That was his best lap as well. Leader is now on the final lap. Tattersall needs to find a way through here. 0.3 is the gap. Coming down the back straight for the final time might be one of his best bets. Five tenths now the gap, but that's a big mistake. That is a mistake from Ben Crook. You don't normally see him put a foot wrong, but he has this time. Does Tattersall go for the lunge into the final, into the Vale chicane? No, he doesn't. But again, Crook goes a little bit deep. Tattersall looking for a better exit. He gets it. But it would need to be a big run towards turn 1 for this to work for Tattersall. They both go off track. They both would have gotten an official warning there. But right now it's not going to be enough. I think Tattersall is going to have to stay behind. At the moment he's just not close enough. He'll get a big run down here if he can get a better exit. That's why he goes wide. But it's not worked. He's just dropped. He's just dropped. That is unfortunate. So Ben Crook is going to cross the line to finish first. He does take the checker flag. Tattersall finishes second with Gardner following in third. Braxton not able to make a move at the end there, and Amundsen coming home in fifth. Forst had an incredible race there, finishing P6 overall with Strating finishing in P7. Filiberti and Byrne finishing 8th and 9th, with Tenoriello finding one place to finish slightly higher up the order. Ortiz has had a crash on the final lap. De Regibus finishes 11th, Wright in 12th, Fernando in 13th, Afonso in 14th. Thompson gets ahead of Ortiz, who's still under yellow flags towards the end there. Thompson finishes 15th, Marsh 16th, Ortiz 17th. Van Eck, the 26 car, does have 10 seconds of penalties, and he just runs that guy out of road on the final lap. He's going to lose the position anyway. What is the point? Van Dijk goes around on the final lap. He's run out of fuel. Van Dijk has run out of fuel to the line in only a 15-minute race. Van Eck 18th with Stevens 19th. Then we got Boldo, Donkervolk, Topolov, Astro, Garcia. Van Dijk still, yeah, he's got no fuel. He's run out of fuel. He's trying to pedal it to the line. I don't know if he'll make it. I don't think he will. I don't think he's going to make it to the line. No, he's not. He's not going to make it to the line. He's technically not going to finish this race. Which will be incredibly annoying for him, I'm sure. But yeah, he's not going to make it to the line. Oh, he gets a push. He gets a push from Darrell. Darrell's going to push him over the line. What brilliant sportsmanship. Van Dijk does finish the race ahead of Darrell Longename. That was that was some brilliant sportsmanship to watch happen there. Now we are going to have a little bit of a break. I am going to just run to the loo really quickly. So I will be back in just a few short moments. Just give me a second and I will be back.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Hello chat, I'm back. Sorry about that brief interference, but we are back online and ready to roll. Have I suddenly got like loads of pings? Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Just trying to work out whether something had gone majorly wrong that I needed to know about, but I think we are all good. So, yes, qualifying. Again, things are happening. Who's at the top of the moment? Gardner's at the top of the moment, but Crook is only just starting a lap, apparently. I don't know what's gone wrong for him, because he should have been starting his second or third lap, I think. But oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, Crook really not having a great lap. I'm assuming he's either had some traffic or has had a spin but managed to keep it on track. I mean, we'll find out, because on the exit of one of these corners he's suddenly going to make like 8 seconds or more. He's got Fernando stuck in front of him though, who's not the fastest guy in the world in the Porsche Cup cars, unlike everything else that he drives. It's because he's so used to driving a blooming McLaren. There it is, yeah, like a second gained out of there for Crook. But there's still got to be more to come, unless he's planning on qualifying lower so that he can, I don't know, like fight through the grid. Because he's still only like 2 seconds up. Oh, there's a big time gain. But he needs to find like a lot to be anywhere near the front. Oh, here we go. 4 seconds. No, I think he's going to start another lap. Why is my ping getting so bad? What is going on? See, I'm not dropping any frames though, so I don't really know what's going on. Oh well. Yeah, Crook only goes to P10 with that lap. He was going a lot faster, like a few... literally, like in the last qualifying session, he was going way faster. I think that might have been a coming together with Forced and... No, it wasn't. He's in the wrong part of the track. Sorry, I'm getting confused with where everyone is. So Pateron is currently on pole. Crook is still not improving. I'm very confused by this. Like, I'm genuinely not entirely sure what's going on with Crook right now. He's just not got the pace, it doesn't look like. Which is weird, because he was the fastest man on track in the last session. So it's kind of weird that he's struggling now. Yeah, he's really struggling. I don't know if maybe there's been a massive temperature change that he hasn't accounted for. Or maybe he is just qualifying on like a race setup just for a bit of a laugh. I guess, maybe. I mean, he wouldn't be the first guy to do it. You know, he wouldn't be the first guy to say, you know what, I'm just going to qualify like last and just go through the pack and see what happens. So we will wait and see whether he can improve, although at the moment he's just not. Here we go. Now he's got a bit of a lap coming together. I think he might have been on like quali fuel and is now burnt enough of it off to actually do a lap. But he still needs to find like 2.5 seconds before it all come together for him. He's got a long time to go, you know. Yeah, 2.5, 3/10, 4/10. Oh, he's finding a lot of time. Okay. I think he was trying to build a big enough gap that he wouldn't get caught up with these guys before the end of his lap, and well, they've just taken each other out. Nice work, lads. And that will cost Crook possibly a front row start, which could be massive for him as the championship leader. I mean, he's still finding time, but not anywhere like he was before. It will be down this straight if he doesn't weave. that he'll find a lot of time. You guys are in an ad break. Hopefully you've all been able to skip that like I have. No, he's not even finding time down the straight because he's got damage on the front of his car, so his top end is reduced. It'll be through this final 2 corners where he finds time. But he needs to find, like, what, it's 2.5 seconds, I think? He's not going to find that. He's going to find 1.5 seconds, which will put him P4? P4, yeah. Puts him P4. That's not where he wanted to be. That's the end of qualifying. Who else have we got on a lap? Afonso's on a lap, but that's not going to find him any time at the moment. Byrne has just finished a lap to put himself P13. At the moment, Afonso wouldn't find any positions with that lap time, and he's not going to because he's lost lots coming out the final corner. In fact, he's lost everything coming out the final corner and is not going to improve over the line. That's unfortunate for him. Byrne has given up on his lap. Garcia has given up on his lap, and Thompson, as much as he's still running, I don't think will finish. So that will be it for qualifying. Let me just turn the garage. There we go. And I'll just wait for the drive option to come up before we get going again in this session. Here we go. Getting ready to go again now for the second race of the evening, which will be green in just a couple of minutes' time. But we will be getting going here before too much longer. Just waiting now on the final minute on the countdown to be gone, and then we will be able to properly get going with this race. Here we go, just 16 seconds on the countdown now. We will be getting going any minute. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are go for the formation lap. I know I hyped that way up and then it was just the formation lap, lol. But yeah, we will be getting going now on the formation lap. Ready for the second 15-minute race of the evening in these brilliant Porsche Cup cars. But we will be getting going very shortly now. God, my ping has gotten horrific. Don't know why. Because my connection is fine. There we go. Yeah, we're fine again. Everyone was suddenly everywhere all at once, and I don't really know why. Just waiting now for these guys to come through the rest of the circuit so that we can get started properly. That is all we're waiting on, is just for you guys to finish this exciting lap. Here we go, we're about to get going again, everyone. We're going to get going very shortly here. Coming round the final corner, ready to get started. It's a 2x2 start. We've got eyes on the front of the field. We'll see how the rest of the field does as we go along. Here we go. We are green and rolling for the start of the second 15-minute race here. We do have a second red flag available for this race, but it looks like we're managing to get through cleanly so far. Obviously it might not stay that way. We've got one car off. We've got 3 cars, 5... oh, I don't think that's going to be enough for a red flag. Nope, I think it's going to stay green. Indeed it does stay green for now. Which is good. We like it when these races stay green. And so far they have done. Not many changes at the front. Crook is up to 3rd as Gardner and Strating have fallen down the order, but Tattersall is in the lead and safe at the moment. Gardner and Strating are fighting, but not much happening as of right now. At the moment that is just staying relatively stable. Changes further down the order as Fernando is fighting with a couple of guys. That's my ping that's being dodgy. Sorry everyone, it will calm down, I promise. Don't know why I get these random spikes. There we go, everything is now chilled out again. Fernando losing a position there overall as Force is looking to get ahead. 5-second penalty, 10-second penalty for car number 100. I'm not sure if that's for a qualifying incident. Let me check in the incident outcomes and see what we've got. Yeah, qualifying 2, we've had a couple of incidents come in the second qualifying session that have had penalties dealt out at the start of the race. But other than that, everything's staying as it is so far. Tattersall pulling away a little bit. Nothing much else going on. Strating and Forced are still fighting, but not enough happening there, I don't think, for that to progress into any position gains. Not at the moment. Still battling going on down at the back of the field as Topolov goes round. 5-second penalty, 10-second penalty for car number 51. I feel like that's Donkervolk. Yeah, it is. Picking up a 10-second penalty in back-to-back races. In that one, that's not what he would have wanted. Disappointing for him, but he's only got himself to blame, unfortunately. Only got himself to blame. Other than that, not loads happening. I mean, there's lots of cars close to each other, but overtakes are not high on the order of things that are happening today, unfortunately. Oh, my voice is starting to let go a little bit, so I am just going to chill out a tad, because I don't want my voice to go before the end of the evening. Yeah, at the moment, nothing much going still here. Yeah, everyone in these parts kind of just staying where they're at for the moment. Nothing much going on in terms of any position changes or anything as it stands. But I'm sure more and more will happen as we go. We've just got to wait and see. And my ping's gone mental again. Don't know why. Why does it do this to me? No, genuinely, what is going on? Why is it so bad right now? I'm not even dropping any frames. Like, my internet speed is fine. So I don't know why this keeps happening. I've had to close YouTube chat to deal with it, unfortunately. So as of right now, I can't see any of your guys' messages. Still not much movement in this top group. Not much going on at the back. Astro's gone round, possibly on his own, I'm not really sure. Kind of just rolling around on corner exit there. Halfway into the race, as Regibus looks to get past, he ends up going off the circuit. He's lost position to Marsh and now to Filiberti. I think possibly the white car was waiting to let him back through, but it's not happened. So still nothing much happening at the moment. Crook is close to Amundsen at the top. He's only got 6.5 minutes to go. If he wants to make any progress, he needs to be quick about it. And at the moment, he's not particularly moving as quickly as he might want to. Three-tenths off the back of Amundsen now. Still not going to be enough as it stands. He's so close to the back of Amundsen right now, but just can't quite find a way through, which is going to be really, really frustrating him. You can pretty much tell. But yeah, just nothing going right now, nothing going. With only 4 minutes to go, he needs to find a way through. The gap out the front is growing. Amundsen goes off track on the exit of Maggott and Beckett's there through Chapel. But I don't think anything's going to happen with that. I mean, it doesn't look like it at the moment. No, it's still behind. As it stands. Still just can't get past. Crook is so close. So close as it stands. Just can't find a way through. Just can't find a way through. Now he has. He's got through. Sorry, I missed that. I was responding to my girlfriend. But Crook has got through, which is massive for him. But he's now got a massive hunt down to make things work. But the gap is 1.1 seconds with 2 minutes to go. Crook is really pushing here, but I don't think he's going to be able to make the time before the end of this race. Still, don't think he's going to be able to catch him. There's only 1 minute and 11 seconds left. I doubt there is going to be enough time to get any sort of move done. Leaders on the final lap. He'd need to find more than 1.1 seconds in that final lap, which I doubt is going to happen. But we'll wait and see. If the man ahead makes a mistake, something could happen. It would need to be a big mistake though from the leading car of Tattersall. That gap's now down to 0.9 of a second. It would need to be a monster lap from Crook though. It would need to be his fastest lap of the race by over a second for this to happen. And at the moment it's just not going to be. I just don't think it's going to be enough. 0.8 is the gap, but I don't think he's going to get there for the final race of the night. 1.9 is the gap into the final 2 corners. It would need to be a massive fumble from Tattersall coming out the final corner. I don't think he'll risk it though. He knows he's got the gap. He just needs to get to the end. Yeah, he doesn't risk it. Takes it easy to the line. Tattersall is going to win the second race here tonight, and indeed he does. Crossing the line in second is Crook, with Amundsen in third. Gardner is going to come home in fourth again for the second race in a row, with Strating finishing in P6, Force just behind in sixth, Strating in fifth, then Marsh and Filiberti in 7th and 8th, then Regibus and Byrne finishing 9 and 10, rounding out that top 10 order. Then there's Ortiz, Braxted. Donkervolk is going to finish 13th to start with, but he's got penalties. Fernando finishes 14th, with Wright finishing 15th. 16th is Van Eck, with Thompson taking the position over the line ahead of Teneriello. Then Afonso in 19th. Van Dijk is going to be 20th. Stevens in 21st. Topalov will finish in P22. Astro will be a long way down the order as Darrell cuts out the whole of the loop, just decides to straight line it. Astro goes round in the final corners. That means that Hayden's going to gain a position towards the very, very death of this race. Not that he'll say no to that. Yeah, Hayden finishes 20th with Astro in 21st. Longaname finishes in 22nd with Boldo struggling to get around to finish in P26, and Garcia I don't think left the pit lane. So that is going to be everyone across the line for this brilliant, brilliant race it was here this evening. And unfortunately, that is going to be all the time that I have. I've got to run down to my girlfriend's house now. I was supposed to see her earlier, but yeah, came in and did the stream this evening. I forgot that I'd organised to do it, and with Julius unfortunately having to sit out, I took control for this one. Obviously, that's not a problem. I'm more than happy to do it, but yeah. I do need to run down to my girlfriend, so that is going to be the end of the stream for this evening. No driver interviews, but thank you very much everyone for being here, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon for the 10 hours of Suzuka, well, the second half of it. So thanks a lot ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you later.